Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an Ipsy unbagging and try on. Now I know like everybody and their brother gets Ipsy, and I used to get it a long time ago, and then I stopped getting it for a while because I was like, I need to stop with the subscription boxes, and now it seems they're slowly creeping back into my life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me. We're going to get into it right now. I used to get Ipsy a long time ago, and I decided to stop getting it for a while because I was just kind of like overwhelmed with all the products that were coming into my collection at the time. But then Ipsy released their October bag theme, and it was sort of this like witchy celestial kind of thing, and I was so drawn to it that I signed back up just for the bag. So this is what the bag looks like, and it's got this really pretty embossing on it, like, oh gosh, so pretty. So I signed up literally just for this, but I figured since I already got the bag, we might as well do a try on and make a video out of it. So in addition to my bag, I did opt to get a brush, which this is the blending brush from, it looks like Queen. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who the brand is, but I really loved the like ombre effect on the handle here. You can see it kind of goes from like a purple, almost black, all the way down to clear. I like that it's sort of this crystallized appearance. It reminds me of the Clionadh brushes, and the purple on the top, I was like, whatever. It is really soft, so we'll give that a try today. The brush that came with my subscription, I guess, this month is a fan brush from Moda Pro, and I love the Moda Pro brushes that have this like quilted handle. Those tend to be like a really nice, like well crafted brush, and this is just like a regular fan brush. It does have like a couple little hairs that shed out of it, but otherwise very soft. Definitely will give that a try. So the other side of this bag says Your Magic, and then you can see there's this little like star and moon emblem for the zipper. And let's take a look at what we got here. So we got a Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer, and I'm not usually one that gets very oily, so we'll give this a try and see what it's like, but on my normal to dry skin, I may not like that one too much. We got a Lottie London Slay All Day Liquid Lip in So Good, and it appears to be sort of a mauve tone. We have a blush from the Balm Cosmetics called their Will Powder. That focus on that. It's called their Will Powder. And let's see what this looks like. Oh, this is like a really kind of like soft peachy color, so that's pretty. It looks like the packaging is fully recyclable, and then they have like a little keyhole here that you can push the actual pan out and put it into a Z palette if you want. So I think that's pretty ingenious, because typically like when I got the balm products before, they'd be really small pans, and I'd have to keep this giant package for like something that was maybe a quarter of the size of the packaging. Okay. You guys, my hair is just not with me today. It's not on my side today. And then the last thing that we got, which this is kind of exciting, this is an Oriza Beauty Astral Amethyst Shimmer Eyeshadow Quad. Let's see if we can get it open here. And this is what the quad looks like. So you've got a couple like more neutral tones, a purple tone, and kind of a pinky tone. So that could make for an, you know, an interesting, but otherwise it can make for an easy eye look. Let's put it that way. No mirror in this one, so something that you want to keep in mind if you're getting something like this. And let's see, they did include like a little card that says You Are Magic. Okay, so the Oriza Amethyst Shimmer Eyeshadow full size retails for $20, so we'll definitely have to see if this is like $20 value. The Moda Pro brush is $5.99. The deluxe sample of the liquid lip, the full size is $6.49. For the balm powder, the full size product is $25. And then for the oil and shine control primer, the full size is $39. So let's go ahead and start with this bad boy. We're going to do an eye look here. Let me see if I can pull my mirror in. So let's go in with this little quad here. I will say, for being a $20 full-size palette, I'm not mad at the pan sizes, but this plastic packaging is really, really flimsy. Like, it kind of cheapens it for me. All right, let's try this. Oh, the pinky shade works nice as like a brow bone highlight. Little icy for my taste, but it works. So I just used the pinky tone shade. I'm gonna go in next with this kind of brown shade and just see if I can like fluff that into the crease. Okay. I don't mind that. It's a little light. I mean, just in general, the quad is a little light. So I don't know that this would necessarily be flattering on every skin tone. I know Ipsy does do their little like style profile quiz, and they ask you about like your skin tones. So I don't know if they have options for deeper skin tones, or if they're just kind of assuming that these types of quads will work for everybody. I'm not sure that a shade this light that looks this deep in the pan is gonna work for everybody. The brush is soft. To add on the brush, I think was like $2.99 or $3 or something. It really wasn't that much. And a brush for $3, I'm okay with that. All right, so let's take the purple shade, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. Yeah, you can see we're not getting tons of pigmentation there, so let's try with a finger. There we go. Yeah, so I can dig pretty aggressively into this palette and get some color out of it, but it's definitely more for like a subtle eyeshadow lover. So you can see like there's color there, but this doesn't look like purple the way it looks in this pan. And you can actually see, I don't know if you can see, yeah, from the glare there is actually already some hard pan that's starting to form just from me trying to use my finger to pick up some of the pigment. So not sure about the quality of this bad boy. And I don't think that I would be super impressed by this if I had paid $20 for it. On like from the packaging, the hard pan, I don't know. But let's move on from there. I'm going to go ahead and apply some of this primer, if I can get it open. There, geez Louise. All right, so the primer goes on nicely. It's nice and smooth. It's pretty, you know, thin consistency. Applies kind of like a lotion. You do to get kind of a cooling effect as the product's like soaking into the skin, which I think is probably related to like some alcohol-based products or ingredients that are in it that are probably drying off the skin. That's sometimes where you get that like sort of cool mint kind of sensation. So that's this particular primer. Let me go ahead and do my foundation and concealer, some bronzer, and then I will come back for the blush. I have the face done. My foundation I think is just a little bit deep for my skin tone today. I don't know what's going on. Probably because I haven't been in the sun in like 12 months. But we're gonna just work with it. I'm gonna try the Will Powder blush now. And it looks to be kind of like a shimmery blush. So let me just be, oh Lord, yes it is. So it almost is one of those blushes that gives you like blush and highlighter together because it's like a pink to gold duochrome shade. So I don't think that that necessarily goes with the eye look that we have, but I do think the color is really, really pretty. Let me see if I can swatch it out for you here. Oh. So you can see it right there. Let me see. Oh God, what a terrible place to swatch. You can see it kind of go gold there. And I am so sorry if you can hear my children upstairs. They must have turned into velociraptors because that's exactly what it sounds like. So, hide your kids. All right, let me go back in. The Will Powder blush is very, very, has a lot of kick up to it. So, something to be aware of with that. But I think the portion that you get to try is a really good size. And if you go through it, then you know it's a blush you like and you could definitely go back and get another one. Just trying to like smoke this look out a little bit, make it a little bit more dramatic and interesting. All right, let me grab a brush that has no product on it and just kind of blend out those edges a little bit, soften that up a little bit. That's looking good. That's the thing I always do. If everything looks a little bit like over blended and a little too crazy, get a brush with absolutely no product on it and just start blending things out. It will tame itself down a little bit. It's not gonna like reverse like what I did with this blush over here, but it can kind of combat some of the overdoing of the eyeshadow, which is my specialty. All right, and I'm gonna grab a little paddle brush here and I'm gonna go in with this last kind of brownie shade here. It's like a brown copper gray. And I'm just popping that right on the lower lash line. we go. Okay. And despite the fact that we definitely don't need any more highlight, I'm going to go into this Nomad Sydney Blathers palette, and I'm just going to grab the highlight out of this one and use that with the highlight brush just to kind of see how that picks up and places product down. And I'm just going to pop that same shade to the inner corners. Gotta love when your setting spray gets more in your hair than it does on your face, right? Thank you, Mario Badescu. All right, let me just pop on a little bit of mascara. I'm not gonna do any eyeliner because this look is like super soft, so I feel like if I do too much, it's gonna look ridiculous. As if it doesn't already look ridiculous. It's so funny how mascara preferences change. When I was, let's see, about 3 years ago, the Urban Decay Perversion mascara was like my all-time favorite. I had like 3 backups. I was not playing around with this mascara. And then I just discovered other mascaras I like better. And so I stopped using it, but I still had the backups. And when I needed to get a new mascara out, I was like, you know what? Let's pull this bad boy back out because I loved it before. The other backup that I had went to a friend of mine who, I think, was it her house burnt down or something? She had like some kind of issue. I think her house burnt down and she lost all of her makeup. So I was like, girl, I got you. And I grabbed a makeup bag and filled it with pretty much everything except foundation because she's way tanner than me. And threw that together for her and I was like, here. All right. Again, this is the Lottie London Slay All Day in the shade So Good. Okay, so I think the lip color is reading a little bit more neutral on camera, but in real life it definitely pulls a little bit like warmer and pinkier. So the blush and the lip color definitely are like more warm toned, but this eye look is definitely more of like a smoky cool toned kind of look. So I don't necessarily think everything goes together in this bag, but let's quick go over everything that I got. So for $15, what did I get? I got this cutesy little bag, which I am all obsessed with, so that was definitely a win. I got 2 brushes. This one was the extra brush that I added on for $3. I think it's soft. I think it blends nicely. I'll definitely continue to use it. So for $3, I'm not mad. The highlight brush, I don't typically go for like a fan style highlight brush, but I do think this one is nice. It's very soft. I will continue to use it, but I don't know if it will stay in my rotation compared to like the highlighter brushes that I typically go for. The Smashbox Oil and Shine Control, I didn't mind this product. It had a nice kind of cooling effect on the face when I did apply it. I do think it has kind of a nice soft like blurring type feature as well, which is really prominent for these Smashbox type primers. This is a sample that you get like almost everywhere. You can't even go to a makeup store without coming home with one of these like that crept into your purse. So for me, this isn't like an added value, but I will continue to use it and see if I like it. The blush, I think the blush is really pretty. I think I went definitely way too hard here. So you can see how like glowy the blush is based on the fact that it's now my blush and highlighter. But I do think you get a good size pan. I like that the packaging is recyclable, and I like that they put the little keyhole in so that you could pop it out and put it into a magnetic palette if you wanted to. The only thing is, based on what I see in the keyhole, it doesn't look like there's a shade name attached to the pan. So if it's a color you end up using up and want to repurchase, you may not necessarily remember it if you take it out of this packaging. The next one is the Oriza Beauty Astral Amethyst Shimmer Eyeshadow Quad. And again, remember, this is a full-size product. I think that they could have done better on this. I think that the look that I came up with is okay, but I could have come up with way prettier looks with something that was a better quality. The purple shimmer in here, right here, just doesn't give a lot of color payoff, and trying to pick it up with my fingers, I ended up getting hard pan in it the minute I started using it. This is a first impressions, and I have hard pan in this palette. Like, that's not good quality. That's not a sign of good quality to me. The other colors were really pretty. I feel like this one is pretty frosty for being like a brow bone highlight, but I'm fairly frosty too, so I guess it worked out for me. But overall, I don't think I would gravitate to this one if I had other choices. So for me, it's okay. The plastic packaging, this seam on the top here is really like unstable. So I think with repeated open and closure, this might eventually tear, in which case this is not secured. So for $20, I would expect more in the packaging and better payoff for the colors inside the actual quad. So for me, this was a miss. And then the last thing is the Lottie London, what is this? Slay All Day. I think I keep saying Stay All Day, but it's the Slay All Day in the shade So Good. I do think it's a pretty color. I'm not like upset with the color at all. It's definitely got a little bit of like tacky and like dry sensation. So it's not the most comfortable liquid lip that I've ever put on, but it's not bad, and I'll continue to use it. All right, you guys, that concludes this video today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you get Ipsy as well. And if you do, what did you get in your bag this month? I think that is everything. I think that's everything for now, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.